Hello and welcome to Gaia Blooming GPS. This is where we come and pull cards for the Astro week ahead. I am Mimi and I'm here with Nicole Oman.
Hello.
And we're gonna pull for this week, starting with Wednesday, April 30th, the moon shifting into Capricorn. And I pulled some interesting cards for this. I pulled the comparison card, the Thunderbolt card, and the awareness card. And also, I'm actually pulling from the Wisdom of the Oracle, and I pulled the Mending card. And so I feel like this moon in Capricorn, plus the other astro that's going on, we actually have an interesting connection with Venus and Chiron, and Venus in the South Node and Venus and Ceres all happening at the same time. And so this is bringing up old stuff. And sometimes this old stuff comes into our life kind of like this thunderbolt. And we're like, oh, I thought I worked through this. I thought I processed this. I've done so much work about it. There's still stuff that we're working through. Don't compare yourself to others. I feel like everybody on some level is going through some of this reworking, going through this old stuff. People don't show you what's really going on. You can't ever base the quality of your life, the content of your life, the processes of your life on other people's stuff. Instead, focus your awareness on yourself. What is coming up for you, and what is it showing you about yourself? Again, if it feels hard, if it feels like this thunderbolt stuff, this is really helping you, I feel like, release any ego energy that you may be holding around this that feeds into that comparison energy, just so you can get to like the root, the nitty gritty of it. And the Mending card is so beautiful because it says in this card, sometimes you need to go through these hardships, these hard times, these hard feelings to really get in there and heal. And that's one of the things that I often say in my videos when I talk about healing as well. We don't know what healing looks like, but to me, healing is being present in the process, bringing awareness to the process. So recognize that you're mending. Recognize that healing is coming through for you just by you being present and going through whatever comes up for you. And offer yourself forgiveness for anything that's coming up. I think a lot of times that's one of the biggest things to be healed is, oh, I didn't do this right. I wish I had done this better. We look at the past with the consciousness that we have now, and we're like, oh, I should have known better. But you know better because you went through it and you did that. So if you're finding that you feel that, offer yourself peace and forgiveness as part of your mending process, as part of you coming back into your holiness. And Mahalo really agrees with this message. Mahalo endorses this message. Nicole?
Mahalo endorsed.
Yes.
And that's cat energy and cat energy. So I'm going to go and talk a little bit about, because I have some interesting cards myself. And so when Mimi said she had interesting cards, I was like, yeah, I'm getting it too. So what did you say? What's conjunct? Venus?
Yes. Today, Venus is conjunct, as we're recording this, Venus is conjunct the South Node. Tomorrow, Wednesday, when the moon shifts into Capricorn, Venus is going to be conjunct Chiron, and then it's going to conjunct Ceres, the mother energy. It's all up there in that Pisces.
Okay, this really makes a lot of sense for me as these cards come through. So what I have is the fighting in reverse, I have the laziness card, and then I have the burden card. And underneath, I have the creativity card in reverse. So what I'm getting from these, this issue that's going to pop up for you is going to be one that you think you already worked on. And you think you've arrived. And so you are sitting here thinking you already know how to deal with this. Well, right now, that illusion that you're complete, or the illusion that you have arrived, is starting to crack and you're not realizing it. So don't be hard on yourself when it pops up for you again, because it's there. So this is what I got from, I'm using the Anubis Oracle again. They called out to me. And so I have the higher love and wisdom. And when I read about this card, what came through is it's about the shadow self. And so you have to relook at that shadow self. It's okay. It's going to break through. It's going to come. You have to deal with it, and you're going to feel like it's a burden. You're going to try to fight it. Don't fight it. Instead, we have this energy, and it's in reverse. So it's there. It's just not fully online yet, but you have the ability to be more empowered. And I love that she said that it was the Ceres, what is it, Ceres? The mother energy?
Ceres.
Ceres. So this is the Empress. Creativity is the Empress card. And the Empress is the mother. So you have access to this motherly energy. And if you had a bad mother, this shadow might come through the mother, or it might come, something might happen with your mother that might bring the shadow up for you. Something around your mama. But there's some higher love and wisdom, maybe higher compassion for your own mother, maybe higher compassion for yourself because you weren't parented right. There's higher love and wisdom coming on with this issue. If you've had a bad mama, I want to tell you someone that can really help you. Look up Amma, A-M-M-A. She is a guru from India. She is a personal mentor for me. She's fantastic. Now, you don't have to have studied with her, but if you're having a hard time and you need to ground in with an anchor or bring in an avatar with the mother energy, you can bring in Mother Mary, or I'm getting very strongly Amma. So just call in. Please, Amma, be with me. Please, Amma, help me heal this. Amma, 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 Amma. You can even chant Amma. It doesn't matter. But this is where it's coming from. It's coming from a physical, whatever this thing is coming from your feminine line. So see what shadow comes up and deal with it patiently and accordingly. And if you really can allow yourself to sit back into that, sit back to what's coming on, you will get higher love, higher wisdom from this issue. Don't push it away. It's a good thing that's coming through.
A Justin Timberlake song just popped into my head again.
Which
it's
one?
not a bad thing to fall in love with me. We talked about that right before this, and it came right on back right there. Perfect. All right, so next we have an interesting connection on Thursday with Venus, not Venus, what is it? Mercury, is it Venus? No, it's Mercury. Great brain. Mercury and Uranus, but I looked at it and I knew it was Mercury and Uranus, but I forgot to do the little horns on Mercury, so I actually have written Venus and Uranus. I'm like, no, Venus is in Pisces. Mercury and Uranus, and there's Mercury the trickster. And this is so interesting, these cards that I pulled. Mercury and Uranus are both levels of mental energy. So our mental energy is going to be popping. It's going to be stimulated. But the first card I pulled is actually the schizophrenia card. And so the schizophrenia card, it may have your brain popping. I could do this, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this, back and forth, and you're indecisive, and you don't really know which way to go. I pulled the slowing down card. If you're feeling all of these options, that's a call for you to drop into the center. That's what Osho says about this card. Drop into the center to find your feeling. And that really, I think, matches my other card I pulled. Existence. Get present. This will not stop with that energy. It's going to be popping. It's going to be off the hook. You've got to get centered so that you can figure out which way you're going to go. I pulled the Fool card. So there's a new beginning in this energy, but first you've got to be present with yourself. And I really, really love the card that I pulled from Wisdom of the Oracle, because to me it pulled everything together. I pulled the exchanging gifts, and there's a cat with a ballet dancer. We'll see if Mahalo chimes in for this one. But in this card, it's talking about the process of giving and receiving. And so, you're going to be receiving outside stimulation with this connection, with this Mercury and Uranus. Spirit is talking to you. Allow yourself to be receptive to receive what's coming in, but also recognize where you're then giving your thought to. Where are you paying attention? Because in the book it says, thought is currency. Use your currency wisely. And it reminded me, a few weeks ago I posted on Gaia Blooming a meme that said, paying attention is a form of currency. So pay attention to where you're entering in with your thoughts, what direction you're moving in with your thoughts, how are you receiving what the universe is sending you, and then where are you then taking it and giving it off to move into this energy of the Fool and the Existence. These are like the first two cards. It's the first card and the next card. And so it's moving, it's kicking you off, and it's perfect because we're about to start April. So we're about to start, you know, this new month. So it's perfect that we're starting this new cycle. But don't get distracted by all the minutia, all the talk that can go in. Drop into the center and feel in and through this energy so you can really receive it accurately. Nicole?
Yeah. So I'm going to piggyback on what I said about the mother energy. So where you might have some trip up with mother energy of some sort, or an issue that your mom has that you also have, something that you might have picked up lineage DNA-wise. So what I'm getting with this Mercury conjunct Uranus energy is there's some suppression, but you're going to have some awareness of why you're being suppressed. I also got the slowing down card. Now, Mercury is a very fast-moving planet. It's a fast-moving energy. So if you're in Uranus, can make you feel a little woo, because what's coming up might be a lot of mental energy. So you have to get the awarenesses that you need to really heal this thing. You need to slow down and listen. I love what Mimi said about paying attention is a form of currency. It's a form of being paid. Slow down, because what you're going to get is connected to your sacred purpose. So whatever you're feeling suppressed by is keeping you from your sacred purpose. So you need to slow down and get this awareness. It's very important. It's like someone, especially with that Mercury energy, it's like Archangel Gabriel is coming down and has a scroll for you. But if you don't slow down, you'll move too fast and you won't get the message. Slow down. You can even call upon Archangel Gabriel and say, please give me your message. What do you need me to know around this issue? And what is going to come through for you is there's something about, this one's the reconciliation of opposites. And so you might find some forgiveness for yourself or for someone in your life. Maybe your mom. This keeps coming up. Or maybe someone else, maybe an old business partner that screwed you over in the past. But you're going to get a new understanding around the issue that you will break free. It's something that's going to come through you. I got the aloneness card. It was something, it's a light that you have to shine for it. So you might end up taking a little bit more responsibility for your end of what happened. Ooh, that's some maturity coming through. If you are able to take your end of the bargain, or take your 2% of what happened and see it in a new perspective. But it's definitely a reconciliation of some kind to help you move forward in your purpose. This awareness might even be something you talk about in your purpose. This is something you might heal to teach others how to do it. Bless you.
Thank you.
You didn't see it. That made me sneeze.
Confirmation, please.
But that's it. I'm done with mine.
Good, perfect. All right, so then on Friday, welcome to April Fools, but these cards are not going to be April Fools, I hope. So I'm going to start showing you two cards. I pulled the Rebel card, so Aries, April Aries energy. My niece is here right now, and she's an April Aries. She's such a little rebel. I love her. And the Happy card. Oh, you got it too. I love that. We both had slowing down last time too. Happy. And I was looking at the book because these cards are relatively new, what it said about happy. And I just closed the page that was on 26. Okay. And it's so perfect. So I'm going to just hold it up. Your desires are effortlessly fulfilled now. Find joy in the present moment, whatever is happening, and be satisfied with things as they are. You're free from the shackles. Rebel card, look, he's freeing himself from the shackles. You're free from the shackles of longing and able to experience the liberation that comes from actually being happy moment to moment, for you've chosen happiness over yearning for it. Now is the time for feeling joy for the sake of joy and experiencing contentment. None of this is because something outside yourself. Your happiness is a result of your being at one with Spirit's plan for your life. All is well. The tide is in for now. Enjoy playfully splashing in it. And I just wasn't, when I was looking at that, I was like, it's so perfect. Your shackles are free. Here you are, happy for the month of April. But that being said, I have some other cards to go with it. I have the healing card, I have the intensity card, and I have the patience card. So despite this call on us to move through our shackles, to be in this place of happy, there's a lot of work going on. There's healing work that's coming on for us. And some of this may feel intense. And it's not going to be one of those things like, oh, I recognize it, I move through it, and on. It's the patience card. This is like a full moon cycle or a full pregnancy cycle with whatever's coming up for you. And you know, as we go through April, as we go through Aries, a lot of people have their Chiron there. A lot of people from the early 70s have their Chiron. And so there's a lot of Chiron energy, which is that healing energy. And I think this is the thing. I said this in my horoscope today, and it just popped up again. And I've taken a quote and made it my own. And the quote was, it's better to light a candle than curse the darkness. And my own quote that keeps coming through with it is, it's better to bless the lightness than curse the darkness. See the light in this intensity, in these processes that are coming up for healing. Make the choice to embrace it with happiness, to release the shackles of power that it gives over you so that you can move through it in this healing energy. And again, it's not going to be just like, okay, I decide to see the light in it, and it's going to be gone. There's still going to be process in it. But if you're present with it, going back into that wisdom from those last cards, if you're present in it, you will drop through it and you will move through this energy. Nicole?
Yeah, it's funny, as you were speaking the happiness, it's removed from the shackles, right? And then there's a suppression in reverse. And this suppression card, if you can see, is he's literally in shackles. And then being in the oneness of, I forget what it said, but there you go. So I have the exact same message for you in this energy. But let's keep going on with this. More mama. I have Isis, mother of us all, embodied manifestation of love. We are going through mom issues. I don't know what is going on with this mother thing, but we are going through mama issues into a really deep thing. So I don't know. Some of you might actually go through, mama might be going through something, and you got to be there for mama. Or it might be the mother issue within you, or you might be dealing with childhood issues. So that's why what Mimi said, it's all this deep healing work, and it might feel intense for you because it's real. And we're so connected to our mother. We're so, I mean, obviously we were courted, right? Releasing the shackles. We were literally courted to this woman. The patience card came in, the pregnancy, right? So we were literally courted to this being for 9 months. You were grown from the very cells of her body. So there's a lot of information that was downloaded that you kept all your life. It's amazing. I had this thought. I had a big meditation about motherhood. You were in your mother's belly or in her uterus when she was born. You were literally created within your grandmother. So the mother energy goes deep and long. You were already a potential seed in your mother when she was born. Every experience she had in her life, you were a part of until you were born. So you have all of this stuff. That just makes me go, like, you have all of this stuff, all this connection to your mother. So if you have deep healing to do, this April is a really good time to do it. It's also an interesting time around pregnancy, springtime, fertility. So if you're looking to get pregnant, this might be a good time to do it. Also, hold on, I want one more card. Receptivity. Yeah, there it is. It might be, it's a good time to give birth to things or start new things, coming out of suppression, becoming one within yourself, being that manifestor, giving birth to something is a good, but ask Isis, ask Mama to help you through whatever this issue is, because the masculine energy might be able to help you through this too. So you might be able to get some support from your dad or masculine energy, a fatherly figure, to help you complete what needs to happen around mama.
Beautiful. I love that. All right, so next we have the moon shifting into Aquarius later on Friday. And again, I'm going to start with my Wisdom of the Oracle card. I pulled the Thinker card. And Aquarius energy, again, just like that Uranus energy, it ties us into a higher level of thinking. But the cards that I also pulled to begin with this, I pulled the Morality card and I pulled the Stress card. Notice what you're thinking and where is it leading you? In this card, in card 44, which 4 is the number of Uranus. So 4 doubled, that's Aquarius energy, doubled right there. It's saying, hey, you know, thinking, it's a process we all go through. You know, it's a great thing in our life, but it can lead to analysis paralysis. It can lead you into that place like, this is right, this is wrong, I should do this, I shouldn't do this. The shoulds and the shouldn'ts and putting the world on your shoulders like, I'm going to save the world. It leads to stress. And this is my favorite card actually when it comes to the mind, the stress card, because I liken it to the monkey mind. And it's always like, take your monkey out for a walk. I have the traveling card. Get outside, get in nature. If you find yourself in analysis paralysis, if you find yourself like, I don't know which way to go, I don't know what I'm going to do, I can do this, I can do that, I can do this, and I can do that, and you're spinning and the monkey's about to pop your balloon, get out into nature. You need that quiet, soft, settled, present moment energy to integrate some of this information that's coming through. Because Moon in Aquarius, again, it's just like the Mercury, Uranus, Moon in Aquarius brings energy in. It brings mental energy in. And it's there. It's being brought in to be integrated. Oh, Nicole has it too. We're so in alignment today. But take yourself outside, take your monkey for a walk to really be able to integrate this information and so that you can get past, again, the minutia, that word keeps coming up, of it, and that feeling of like, because I've been there, and it's like playing ping pong back and forth across your mind, like, I could do this, I could do that, I could do this, I could do that. And if you get outside, connect in, travel, walk around, it'll come in, it'll give you a chance to settle in and allow you to move past that analysis paralysis energy. Nicole?
Yeah, so I'm getting this is coming off the Mercury conjunct Uranus. I think you're going to get really big awareness, which is going to help you have a transformation. But through this massive transformation, just know that when you bring something out or you have a breakthrough and old energy starts being processed out, you are left with more of an empty room. And so you're used to having those old negative fears or whatever come up, and so something wants to fill that void. Be aware on what you want to fill that void with, because it's very easy to bring back some more crap and fill that space with just more garbage. It's like I keep getting this image of like cleaning out the closet, and then you go, oh, look, I have a clean closet. I'm going to go shopping and just fill it full of shit I don't need. Don't do that. But also, I'm getting this feeling of, if you have a major transformation and you have a major awareness, do not throw your pearls to swine. If you have something that happened to you and it feels sacred, don't just share it with anyone, because they're going to give their opinion to you, or they're going to go, so? And then that is going to make you doubt yourself or doubt what you brought in. And because of that, you're going to start wanting to compare yourself, or they're going to compare themselves to you. And because of that, you're going to start feeling bad about yourself. So you have this major transformation in from your mom, and you go running to your mom and say, I healed all this crap you gave me. And then they're like, what? I didn't do that to you. And then they become defensive, and it will hinder your integration. So be careful with your transformation. If you get a transformation, hold it dear to yourself. Make it sacred. You don't have to tell everybody everything. Let it integrate, let it solidify before you go off and start telling everybody, or especially telling that person that you are healing with of what you got, because that might not be what they got. And that might not be what they're going through. And they might shut down your healing process. So 2 things I got. I got the monkey mind, the monkey. I got, it's lunar energies, divine timing. Divine timing. Be careful of the timing of the way that when you speak of things, maybe give it a lunar cycle. Maybe give it a lunar cycle for it to really integrate, and then start talking when you feel in your power with the transformation that you got. And then I have this Wadjet, which is life force energy, purification, divine awakener. So you're being purified, but be like, I love the integration card, like she's holding it here. Hold it in. Like, and it's not like she's hoarding it, but she's keeping it secret within herself until it becomes, and it was in reverse, so it's until it becomes integrated, until it comes whole. And I have the transformation card, has the yin yang card, yin yang right here. It needs to become balanced. It needs to become together before you can share it. Give it a lunar cycle. Give it 30 days and then talk to the person. Seriously. I don't want you to screw up your healing, all this massive, awesome gifts you got.
Perfect. I love it. All right, so finally we have the moon in Pisces on Sunday. And by the way, I just am thinking about that. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've had those realizations, and I've run the Pearls to Swine thing. I've run to be like, let me tell you about this healing experience that I had and what came up, and this was your role in it. It doesn't help the healing process a lot of times, unless like sometimes it's in a light, but a lot of times it just will confuse it and expend the process. So, in my experience. Anyways, back to moon in Pisces. And again, with moon in Pisces, I've got the slowing down card. Again, slow down. And moon in Pisces kind of does that. It kind of takes us to this realm between worlds. It's like we're not quite human. We're not quite spirit. We're all this energy. And in this, I pulled going with the flow. I pulled source. I pulled change, and I pulled friendliness. And so these cards, you may not really know exactly what's going on. It may be kind of a continuation of this week, of this healing, of, like Nikki said, the mother energy coming up. The moon in Pisces is going to connect to Chiron. It's going to connect to Neptune. You have the source card too. I love it. Every single day we've connected with these cards. Perfect. Anyways, so you may not know. I'm getting the feeling like you may not know exactly how source, God, this light is working through you, but you're being called to trust. Trust in the friendliness, trust in that energy of the universe. Go with the flow. Allow these changes to happen. Slow down and be present in them. And just recognize this moon, it may feel a little bit between worlds. You may not, I'm getting the feeling that you're not going to consciously know exactly what's happening. Just trust. God is working with you. God is working through you. Source energy, all that is the universe. It's bringing something forward in you. It's helping you with all of this work that we've put in this week. And it's a good thing. It's bringing to light change. But that's all I'm really getting. Maybe Nicole can bring a little bit more, but that's the energy I'm getting. It's just this energy, Pisces, of faith. Have faith in this process. You don't need to know. Sometimes that's the thing. You always want to know. I want to know. I want to know. You're between worlds. It's not going to make sense to this logical mind. So just let it be what it is. Nicole?
Well, that's so Piscean. And I want to just say something that I'm noticing with the cards. So we both got source card. You got change, and I have this one called the alchemy card, which is like the change card. It's the 5 sacred elements. It's alchemy. So alchemy is change. But they're all circles. Circle, circle, circle. So in sacred geometry, the circle is physical reality, Piscean energy. So it's bringing the 2 worlds, the reality, the source, into physical. So change. What is changing? I have the sacred relationships card. So you are changing the way that you are showing up in relationships. You may have compromised yourself in the past and compromised what you needed for a long time sometimes. And when we do that, sometimes we feel like we've betrayed ourselves. So now it's time to change the way that we have showed up and compromised ourselves in our sacred relationships, see beyond the illusion. Maybe you might see that you've done this or why you did this beyond the illusion, because it is Piscean. So you might see a past life, or you might see something like, oh, lovers. Yeah. It's in relationships, and it's probably in the lovers. And you're going to see something that's like kind of weird. Like, oh my God, I've been doing, you might see it in past lives, or you might have the realization of like, oh my God, I've done this in every friggin' relationship that I've been in this lifetime. I've compromised myself in this way. And it could be anything. It could be, I compromise myself in money. I don't let them take care of me. Or in sexuality. Oh my God, I totally allowed that to be okay. And that was not okay in my life. It could be in the way they talk to you. It could be in the way, in many different ways. So notice where you compromise yourself in your relationships. And this comes underneath it, the master. The master is here. This is a deep, big, beautiful change. You're going to be connected more with source and realize what needs to be changed in your life. And it's not the people that need to change necessarily. It's you. It's you of what you're allowing yourself to compromise yourself with. Nope. Boundary. And that's what it might be. Or it might just be, hey, you might need to speak your truth or what you need to that person and tell them what you need. Or you need to figure out what you need, because maybe you just don't even know what you need. But that's what I'm getting in this Piscean. Around relationships, it's a big change. You're going to notice how you're compromising yourself. You're going to see beyond the illusion, connect to source, and see how you can change this behavior.
Beautiful. Well, that's it for this week. That takes us through Sunday, but we both post daily horoscopes, daily guidance for you to take you through the day. That's posted on, not NicoleOman.com. It's posted on Facebook, Gaia Blooming, Nicole Oman on Facebook. Nicole
Oman and Coaching with Nikki.
Coaching with Nikki on Instagram. So check that out to help work through any of this stuff. I'll be interested to see if more mother energy comes up in your thing. Mother energy, I'm working with that with the Venus Ceres stuff, so I'm going to be talking about that some more. So pay attention, especially if this is coming up. I know mom stuff is up for me, for sure. So, I'm just one of the collective, so I'm sure other people as well. Do you have anything else to say?
No, I think that's it. Yeah, if the mom stuff might come in different ways. Like, it feels like my mom is going through something. So it's not necessarily like totally connected with me, but it is, because she is my mother, and I feel her and all of that. And who knows what might come through, again, because it hasn't happened yet. So see, just notice what's going on. Just notice what's going on with the mother energy for you. It's very important. I got it many, many times. This mama energy is like upgrading, and connect to divine mother. I like my little feather, sorry. My wing. But connect to divine mother energy. So if that's Mother Mary, is it Amma for you? Is it Devi? Is it Kali? Whatever you feel connected with that mother energy, call upon that divine mother to help you through this process, whatever this is.
Beautiful. All right, so that's it for this week, but join us next week and join us in our daily work, and we'll see you next week. Namaste.
Namaste.